Director Olson, Fort Hood occurred not too far from my district. I went to the memorial service. The Webster report just recently came out. For the past, well, since the tragic incident, it's been downplayed. First, it was a workplace violence incident. Senior intelligence officials, including your predecessor, downplayed the email exchanges between Mr. Hassan and al-Awlaki, which always concerned me. Since then, we've found out that the San Diego Joint Terrorism Task Force pleaded with the Washington field office to respond to this, as they saw it, threat. The WFO responded that he's doing research. We can't investigate everybody looking at websites. In one documentation that this was a politically sensitive issue. I think that failure to contact the DOD resulted in the deaths of 13 soldiers and the next to 9/11, the biggest terrorist attack on American soil. Real briefly, one of these emails particularly literally outlines exactly what Major Hassan did, and it's the one on May 27th, 2009. And at the end of it, he says, so I would assume that suicide bombers whose aim is to kill enemy soldiers or their helpers, but also kill innocents in the process, is acceptable. I mean, there is a huge red flag in this email. As a former DOJ prosecutor working with JTTFs, I can't imagine. I can see San Diego's concern, and I can't imagine why WFO did not give that greater attention. Do you have any response?
I can say, Congressman, obviously the Webster report, an extensive study of exactly how focused on the FBI, how the FBI responded. And I know that the director of the FBI and has indicated that a number of the recommendations from the Webster report are being implemented in terms of changes to information sharing, technology, and policies. I mean, I can say at a personal level, also as a former prosecutor, at NCTC, the Fort Hood shooting, along with the 2009 Abdul Muttalib attempted attack, are sort of seminal events for us as far as trying to learn what we can from those lessons. I mean, those are hard-learned lessons, but we need to continue to be vigilant to do better at spotting those types of indicators and sharing that information appropriately.
Well, I would sure hope so when you got a major on a major base in the United States talking to the #2 terrorist in the world, and that's not transmitted to the general and the commanding officer in charge of Fort Hood. I think that is absolutely unacceptable. And in particular, after reading these emails, I feel misled that senior intelligence officials misled the Congress by downplaying the extent and the importance and significance of these emails. And I see my time has expired.
Time has expired. The gentlelady from Mr. Squire is not here. The gentlelady from California, Ms. Richardson, is recognized for 5 minutes.